Hey there, so today I want to continue a discussion that began in live stream. We'll probably go back to live stream too because I want to flesh this out in more detail. But still, I think that this is important because this showcases what exactly transpires when you stand up to 280 character culture and you demand some type of accounting. That's one of the things that we've seen with this whole Vic Mignogna situation. What started out, heavily anyhow, back in January, and it's continued to steam forward. We've actually seen people that thought there would be no accountability. They thought that no one would step up and say a word about it. And when they did, well, these folks, they have basically brought out the ugliness, and they have brought it out in perfect detail. I mean, when you look at some of the things that these folks do to a Vic Mignogna, first of all, look at the labels they're willing to throw out. Look at what they're willing to do. And anyone that stands up, even if you're on the most outward periphery, these folks, they will still try to demolish you. In fact, many of these people, they actually hunt Twitter accounts trying to get them suspended because, hey, that's what they do. They deplatform. And the closer you get to them, the closer you get to the Vic Mignogna situation, and the louder that you get, well, the more deplatforming you face, the more intimidation you face. You basically get to see these people for who and what they are, and who and what they are is very, very ugly, very sordid indeed. Now, I always find it particularly fascinating that these folks, because you have an opinion on something, they will go out and they will try to dig up every facet of your life. They will dig through every tweet that you have ever put up. And woe be it to you if you have any identifiable characterization out there, because they will start digging through your real life, talking about you with that, because again, they want to discredit, they want to harm, and on. That's something we've seen attached to a Nick REKIETA. When you talk about a big proponent of due process, well, talking about the lawyer. And of course, these folks, they won't talk about him as the lawyer. No, they talk about him as the blackface lawyer, the drunk lawyer, anything to discredit and to defame. But going forward, yeah, it gets even worse. Now, when you look at this conversation that we're in, this started off talking about a convention that removed Vic, and because Nick REKIETA decided that he would stand up and he would actually say something about two particular voice actors that seemed to be trying to intimidate that convention behind the scenes, yeah, we have to have an accounting of everything about his business. It starts off with defamation. You have people out there that are talking about how terrible of a person he is, how, basically he's a waste of space, all of these things there. But then it gets a little bit more insidious. Why? Because, well, we got to dig up the business description. We got to put that dude in his place because he has an opinion online. Business description here. They find where he's located. They look that up. They share everything out there. This is something they have been sharing quite a bit. So, hey, and Nick REKIETA, he doesn't have a fit about this. But you know what? It has an intention. It has to say, we know where you are. We know exactly who you are. Think about what they're doing here. This organization primarily operates under General Practice Law Office business/industry within the legal services sector. This operation has been operating for X amount of years. You can see that. And then it gives an estimation of earning and how many people are at said location. Now, you think about pulling this type of stuff up, and you think about what is included in this. When you're going out and you just pull this information up there, how many people are on the premises? Oh, only one. Okay, so when these people that have basically gone out and they have said some pretty nasty things in the past, those people, the person they want to harm, hey, that person is right there. Again, what is the intent of a message here besides discrediting? Then they continue on with their discrediting, trying to talk about him being a tiny law firm, and well, when you figure in all of that money, that dude, he's barely even making minimum wage, talking about the size of the law practice and on. Then you continue going further. And as you continue going further, you know what pops up? Pictures of said practice. Why? Because this is exactly who these folks are. They go up, they dig up pictures of where you practice law, what the place looks like, because these are nasty people. These people, again, because you go out and you have an opinion, because you put something on YouTube. Yep, that's the face. That's the face of it there. And again, we're going to continue with the same folks that you see moving from hobby to hobby too. These people, they have gone out, they have attacked people repeatedly within comics. They have associated themselves with doxing. I mean, if you want to go out and you want to look at someone like Diversity in Comics, who is a very well-known comic person, yeah, they put his name out there. They put it out there and repeated it like a mantra so it would stick. They threatened children. I mean, that is the face of all of this, and of course, they want to turn that into a fun little job. Hey, oh neat, this is the guy who's defending the person running the site that got 2 people killed. Neat. Oh, so when you dig up somebody, he's quote-unquote defending a site that got people harmed. Well, what exactly do you think is happening right here? What, again, is the outcome of this? Then you see, that's shared by more folks out there because, hey, why not? This is basically the standard of reproach now. If you have an opinion, you got to be put in your place. Of course, they mock that business, but while they're going out and mocking that business, they got to go out. They kind of try to destroy reputation. They got to go out and attack occupation. And they've got to throw out exactly where you are, telling people they can look you up. They can find you. And well, when they can find you, that's very interesting indeed. There's more of this stuff out there too. Quite a bit of this stuff. I mean, in fact, when you go back and you look at certain conversations, I'm not going to pull this up, but think back to other people getting involved in this kind of stuff. I mean, when you've looked at folks like Ron Toy, when Ron got involved talking about it, they've already gone back to the destroying occupation, bringing up the way to flag business. Well, it just makes it a little bit more personal. And again, they're telling you right here, we know you. We know where to find you. And also, if you follow this discussion here, when you follow it to the nth degree, they talk about how many children the man has. They talk about family. They talk about cost. I mean, again, they're breaking down all the details of a person's life because, hey, that's the way that they operate. Again, there's an insidious component to this, something that has not only a terrible optic, but again, you tell me what the hidden message is here, because I don't think it's that hidden. But anyhow, maybe you have a different opinion. Let me know what you think about this kind of stuff. If you like this kind of content too, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit the bell for daily notifications. And if you want to help the channel further, there are links in the description. They definitely help the channel out. Now, within that, too, I normally, joke about things, but I don't like this kind of stuff. I don't like the optic to it. It is ugly. I've gone out and talked about the idea of pinpointing people, trying to deplatform them and on, but these folks, they don't believe in that. What they believe in is making something as ugly as possible because, hey, there's no pushback for it. There's no pushback at all. I don't think that that's funny at all. all. But like I said, leave comments on this stuff. I'm curious how people see this kind of conversation. And of course, I want to end in a way that none of these folks seem to really realize. I want to encourage you to continue supporting endeavors that you enjoy. These folks, they will attack you again and again. If you're on the wrong think side, they will basically tell you that you bring nothing to the table, that you mean nothing in this conversation. You are nothing. You're a kid. You don't have the right opinions. I mean, when you go out again and again, it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier. But I don't want to be that. I don't believe in that. I think we should be the opposite. So I appreciate you showing up. I want to thank you for it, and we'll do it again next time.